Good morning. Good morning. How you?
I'm awesome. You're fading out a little bit though.
Okay, great. And it looks like we're now being recorded, which is awesome. But thank you
We
so
are.
much
And
for
listen,
all. Yes.
you know that Royaline will be joining us today.
Oh, wonderful. That is
Absolutely.
excellent. So
Absolutely. I'm so
great job, Royally. Okay, we're super excited about our hair call. So hopefully everyone shows up and shows out. I want to just say good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Oh my goodness, we're just getting back from an exciting weekend. Wow, wow, wow. It was incredible having the team out, the leaders, some of the team captains, Terry Anderson, Willie Mooney, and all of you that showed up and showed out this weekend to really help our very first war room boot camp, whatever you want to call it. But it was just a great platform for all of our distributors to get together. And speaking of new updates, we do got an update on that too. So I know on Wednesday, they're going to have a special edition. So if you missed it, you want to come back on Wednesday from 1 to 6 at our new headquarters right there at the 405. So at our new event space, you're going to have an opportunity to do it all over again. So a lot of awesome updates. I have more for you soon, but I want to go ahead and dive right into the call because I have some special guests that I'm going to bring up and acknowledge today. Oh my goodness. So this month, it's been just an electric month, Kathy. I mean, we've had, the battle of the blood types. We've had a chance to, have you come all the way in. I know Tracy's been in South Africa and now she's back. And I'm telling you what, we're about to run all over again this weekend. But as I start to kick this off, I always want to start it off with sharing, the meaning of economies in the hands of God. We believe that health, wealth, freedom, and legacy are our birthright. By offering the most innovative products and an innovative business, we empower people to elevate to their full potential. And so with that being said, what I want to do to kick this off as we are in the midst of the battle of the blood type and having a chance to do redemption for all of you out there who might feel like you really didn't bring your A game, right? You want to step it up and do it big time. Well, we have some things that are happening this week. I know on Friday, we're doing our vendor showcase. Super excited about the vendor showcase because this is going to give us an opportunity not only to work with outside vendors, non-competing, of course, outside vendors. So we have vendors that are coming in, from whether it's the insurance side, people that might be talking with finances. We know we have a chocolatier that's going to be in the house. We have some food vendors, right? So we're going to actually have some amazing food for sale. But we're turning our new event space into literally a mini expo. Okay, so we have a whole new design. Every time people come back, they're like, wow, the building's been transformed again, and it's going to be transformed and then transformed again because after we do the vendor showcase on Friday, and we literally invite the community to show up and show out, we are anticipating hundreds of people showing up and showing out. So we want all of our blood types, right, to get busy to ensure that we pack out the house, okay? We want to have so many people who are shopping, for Black Friday. This is where we launch our Black Friday deals. So we're going to have epic showcases. We have some phenomenal signage and banners. I'm telling you what, this is going to be such an exciting event, and it's going to be a great way for you to really build upon your momentum so that you can hit your numbers during Black Friday. Yes, there will be online sales as well. So in addition to people that show up, and we'll have some special deals for those that are in the house, there will actually be a site-wide discount of 25%, right? So up to 40% savings depending on what product you're buying. And so we're super excited about that because we know that's going to build so much, momentum and excitement. And we're going to have a Friday that's going to cause you guys to show up and show out. And then on Saturday, hopefully you've had an opportunity to go take advantage of our special offer where we're allowing the first 100 people who want to attend our Friendsgiving to do just that. And so you want to make sure you go on Facebook, you grab our Eventbrite link because those tickets are going fast. And what I'm excited about with the Friendsgiving is we've been in network marketing companies before that have had these phenomenal ways of showcasing the business. I remember in one particular company, we used to call it the red carpet, right? We would fly to Alton, Illinois. We would have a dinner, and then the top leaders would take stage, and it would be so impressive, right? And people would join the business just because of what they were able to experience. People often join not because you're just giving them the facts. The facts is how you make them feel. And on Saturday, it's going to be an elevated event that's going to truly, cause people to want to be a part of what we're doing. When you think about Friendsgiving, Friendsgiving is an elevated Thanksgiving that happens before Thanksgiving. It's where you get your friends together. You might have some mimosas. You might have some holiday spirits, and then you set up little elegant dessert bars, right? It's just a fun way to experience the holidays with the people you love and cherish the most, right? And so what you should be doing as a distributor is getting extremely strategic, okay? I know that some of the people who came on Saturday, in fact, one particular person just on Saturday alone got on the phone and sold 4 tickets. And that's another your Diamond Willie Mooney on Saturday, 4 tickets just on Saturday. I know Tracy has already sold tickets, right? A lot of you have already at least bought a ticket. But here's the deal. At 100, we're stopping the tickets. And so what that means is you want to go on Eventbrite, make sure you secure your tickets for you, your family, your friends, and we're going to have just a spectacular event this Friendsgiving. And the next time we do something like that won't be until February, where we do a Galentine. So we're going to do another kind of red carpet day. We're going to do something else a few months after February. So periodically, we're going to have these fantastic events that are designed to help elevate the business, help you recruit people into this business by allowing them to feel the company, to experience the company, and not just hear presentation after presentation. So this is one of the best strategies for helping people win in network marketing. We now have an event space, so guess what we're going to do? We're going to leverage that, okay? When I think about even some of the billion-dollar companies, and Kathy, you've been a part of those with us, companies like Jeanette, who had discovered Jeanette. And guess what would happen? People would fly in from all across the country to come to Orlando, Florida to do what? To have a chance to hear about a company and spend money for lunch as they're eating, and they're listening to top earners. They're listening to executives from the company. And so I'm excited. Now, hopefully you get the vision of where we're going with that, and you make sure you don't miss out on your opportunity to be a part of something so amazing. And so now what I want to do, because I do have 2 awesome special guests on the line, we kicked off our Battle of the Blood Type. We had a Ruby roundtable where the Rubies were able to get together. Everybody was able to look through, the sign-in sheets and really see where we ended up. And one particular person, first of all, stood out, okay? And that was none other than Terry Anderson, right? Terry Anderson not only had more customers, 18 people, she had over personally herself close to $500 in sales, just Terry Anderson, right? So Terry did a spectacular job, and you became the talk of the Ruby Roundtable. Well, once we had a chance to get everything settled down and start crunching some of these numbers, we finally pulled the database. I was actually there Saturday pretty late, just crunching numbers. And guess what? We have some actual numbers as it relates to product sales. Because remember, this was about bringing out people. This was about who can bring the most people and pack it out. But it also was about where we're going to end up with sales. And so guess what? I have a dollar amount for every group that participated. And I am here today to celebrate the actual team that had the most sales. And so are you curious? Do I need to do the drum roll? Are you ready to hear who had the most sales? Well, first, I'm going to give it up to a few of the teams that did go out and show up and show out. And so Bougie Bees, I'm very proud of you guys. Y'all might have been small in numbers, but when I look at your sales, your average per customer was extremely high. So you guys did a great job overall, finishing number 3 as it relates to the sales totals, okay? And then when we look at the number 2 spot, the number 2 spot was at $643, okay? Of that, almost $500 came from one person, okay? Terry Anderson. and that's none other than our Alicia's A's. But guess what, folks? We have a team that actually cracked over $700. It was about $758, and it was so exciting to see that someone all the way in South Africa, right, not only showed up and showed out, but had over $300 in sales all the way in South Africa, which tells us when your heart is in it, you're going to win it. And I'm telling you what, this woman's heart is in it. She loves Akana. She's not only on the corporate side, but she is a team player, which means she gets out and battles for the team. She was determined. I tell you what, when she was in South Africa at the airport, she was texting people. She was calling people. In fact, I think I heard from her every day almost from South Africa, because she was not only fired up about her dream vacation, she took a trip of a lifetime. In fact, she calls this her best vacation ever, her best trip yet. And she's been to Israel. She's been to Dubai. She's been on the Alaskan cruise. This woman's been around the world. And so she's here to tell us best trip ever. In fact, she's helped inspire our 2027 trip, where we're going to take our next set of diamonds all the way to Ghana. So who wants to come with us to Ghana? So stay tuned, because we're going to have contest details that we're going to be releasing at our next big conference in April. But without any further ado, our Ruby director, who I'm telling you what, she is on fire to be one of our next diamonds. But Tracy Bolton, I know you're out there, so make sure you unmute. And I want to just take my hat off to our captain, Kathy Weathersby, who you're going to hear from later. She actually is the team captain of the O's. But Tracy Bolton, I'm going to bring you up first before I bring up our captain, so you can just shout out to the group and just say whatever is on your amazing mind.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can.
Good morning, Akana Nation. I am so happy and so blessed to be here today, to even speak with you today. I'm so blessed to have opened my eyes today. Let me tell you something. This season has a great meaning behind it, and that is the reason why we are celebrating, because this season is packed with love, friends, family, and all of that. And we are just that here at Akana. We are a family. So I just want to say kudos to all of you that diligently worked hard on your teams and getting people out. Special shout out to our newcomer, Ty from the Shy. When I tell you she's there all the time and she's front and center, number one, all the time here lately. And Ty, I just want to say I'm so proud of you. Reva, just the whole team, the whole old team. Hey guys, you did your thing, but we coming harder next year. So if you're not ready for that, I need to know, because I'm going for a team that's ready to roll. So, hey, y'all enjoy your holiday seasons. Be blessed. Keep fighting. God is truly good, and he is who he say he are. But most of all, I want to let you know that we may be struggling right now a little bit, but this company, I know without a shadow of a doubt, because I know who I serve and I hear him very well, will be a billion-dollar company. Will you be the one on the outside looking in saying, I woulda, shoulda, coulda, or will you be the one that has joined arms and force with us and did it? Those are my thoughts for today. I love each and every last one of you. God bless you, and may your family be blessed in this holiday season. Back to you, Melissa.
Wow, Tracy, that was absolutely amazing. I love your message this morning, and you're so right. I do want to say Ty from the Shy is an AB sister. So I know you said your O family, so we got to give Ty her props, right?
No, I was just saying Ty.
I know, baby, I
know. Newcomer.
But here's the deal, guys. What I'm going to say about that, though, Tracy, you would have been so proud, because I don't know if you remember the first time we did the battle, we didn't have any AB representation. There was no one to represent the AB. So Kayetta, who was AB, decided to be the judge. So she's the one that tallied the votes and did all that. You know, Christian was supposed to do all that this year. He didn't show up, right? So that's okay. But Ty, what I'm so proud of is not only is she a part of your dynamic team, But as an AB blood, Tracy, she represented her and Bernadine girl were down there. They had their own booth. You would have been so proud. It's kind of like when you give birth to your child, that's your child, and that's Reba, right? You gave birth to Reba, but then Reba, she birthed Ty. So this is like your grandchild, okay? And she's out there doing it bigger than almost anybody, because not only did she show up and show at the battle representing the AB tribe, but she also was there this weekend. Her and Tess, two of the newest people in the company, they were there working with the top leaders, and I'm just impressed. So Tracy, you have a heck of a team. I'm telling you what, I'm seeing you go diamond, and let's get this done, girl, because you got the skills to do it, you got the leadership to do it, and you have a fantastic team. So awesome job. Thank you so much this morning, my sister. You are doing it. And so we got another sister on the line, and I know she's probably just smiling from ear to ear because I watched this lady fight, okay? This woman drove, okay, all the way from South Carolina. I want y'all just to imagine, okay? This is a road warrior. She's got a heart of a lion. I mean, she is just so fierce, even though she's that beautiful spirit of a Virgo, okay? But she's got the fight in her. She's an Emerald Director, VP of Finance, but she really was determined. She said, listen, I am coming this year to Chicago to help represent the O's. And let me tell you something. She showed up, showed out. She was there to facilitate, make sure every single thing, was done at the top level. And so, Kathy Weathersby, you know how proud I am for you representing as team captain. And I know right now you're filled with joy knowing that, guess what? You did it. You guys actually took over the #1 sales spot as it relates to selling products. So great job, Kathy.
Woo, 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 woo. Way to go, O's. Way to go, O's. Tracy. We could not have done this without you at all. You made sure that whatever our strategy was, that we had the products for not just for the O's thoughts in putting things together, but for the entire company. So I want to thank you, Tracy. But Melissa, that is fantastic news that the O's did the most in sales. What was our number again?
It was like 758.
Woo! I
Yeah,
love it. I
758,
love
yeah.
it. So, guys, we got to bring it again. Tracy, I challenge that the O's do 1,400 next time. That we double those sales. What do you think? You think we can do it? We can do that.
I
Right,
know
Tracy?
we can do it, and that's
Absolutely.
happening in less than 2 weeks, guys.
That's
So I
right.
need
Oh,
you guys
this
on
Friday.
the phone.
This Friday.
It's
No,
this
this
Friday.
This Friday. Yeah, this
This
Friday. I'm
Friday.
sorry. I'm thinking Thanksgiving weekend. I'm sorry. But hey,
Okay.
guys, look, we have phenomenal people. And I know we're wearing out probably our warm market and our friends, but guess what? There's so many people out here in the world that you can reach. And so many people are really receptive. And this season, I mean, this season is the season where everyone's nice, everyone's willing to talk, everyone's willing to open up. It's our opportunity. Let's take it, guys. Back to you guys.
Wow.
Listen,
Kathy, are you done?
Melissa, you are something else for bringing me up after Tracy's first time, first of all. Okay. That was a mic drop moment. So all I have to say is that I'm so proud of everyone that participated on all teams. It was beautiful to see the new space full wall to wall, sometimes standing room only in some parts. And now we have a system in having these battles, these mini battles, the war room. We have a system now that not only increases your training, but it's going to increase your sales. And all you got to do is invite and participate. We're setting everything up for Akana to win. And like Tracy just said, you got to figure out whether you want to be on the train or at the station watching the train. So back to you, Melissa.
Yes, and yes. Awesome. And again, what I see in you and Tracy, what I see in people like Minister Ernestine and Abuna and many of you that came out and showed up and showed out, Iola, you look at, there's so many people, Reba, you guys all fought. So it's really great. But I have a speech that I'm going to read. And I want to say this, guys, because I think about the Terry Andersons, right? I think about people that are willing to get into the battle and fight, you know. And so I don't know if you guys remember Any Given was it Any Given Sunday? I think, yeah, Any Given Sunday. It was like a football game, okay?
With Al
And I'm
Pacino?
always with Al Pacino, you got it, yep. And Jamie Foxx, right? It was just that game that really, he had this speech. And I remember one time in network marketing, we actually had an event, and it was really centered around this particular movie, that just blew me away when you listen to the speech. And so I'm going to read it because I really want you to get into the game. If you're not in the game, if you're not fighting, I see some of you in the game, right? I see the Willie Moonies. Oh my goodness. You know, again, in the game, right? Fighting hard. Okay. And so, but some of you are standing on the sideline. When I look at the numbers, yeah, we can celebrate, but guess what, guys? We went into that weekend with so much, you know, knowing what our potential was, right? We knew, man, this could be a $10,000 day. This could be, but again, it's going to take everybody in the fight. You know, when you see people like Tracy all the way in South Africa that's fighting harder than people that's right here in Chicago, okay? When you see people like the Terry Andersons who's willing to literally carry so much weight on her own back, okay? It reminds me of this particular speech. When you see Kathy Weathersby, who gets in her car, and she's driving 11, 12 hours to get here, 11, 12 hours back. But then people who are right down the street make every excuse. You know, when you see Albina, you know, she may not have that big networking team, but she goes out and reaches out to 100 people. She's fighting to try to make the business work. And so I'm going to start kind of in the middle, okay? And so the middle of the speech starts with this. You know, when you get old in life, right? Well, we don't get old in the kind of, right? We just keep getting younger and better, right? But it talks about how things get taken from you. That's, you know, part of life, okay? But you only learn that when you start losing stuff. So if you've ever lost something, it's kind of like when you can appreciate it the most. You find out that life is just a game of inches. And so in this scenario, you talked about, so is football. When you think about what we're doing, so is network marketing. Because in either game, whether it's life or network marketing or football, the margin for error is so small. When you think about sometimes when teams win or lose, it's by inches. It's by one sale. It's by one cleanse that could have been sold. I mean, that's the difference, right? When you think about a $120 spread, okay, you know, that's a 7-day cleanse. And so I want you to think about that, guys, because when you're fighting for that customer to get there on Friday, when you're fighting for that next sale, that's what this all breaks down to. It's a game of inches. And he goes on to say, I mean, one half step too late or too early, you don't quite make it. 1/2 second too slow or too fast, and you don't quite catch it. The inches we need are everywhere around us. They're in every break of the game, every minute, every second. But here's what he goes on to say, and this is the part that fired me up, okay? Here's what he says. He says, on this team, we fight for that inch. And that's why I love seeing my corporate group, Kathy and Tracy, fight harder almost than anybody, okay? On this team, I'm going to say it again, we fight for that inch. On this team, we tear ourselves and everyone around us to pieces for that inch. We claw with our fingernails for that inch because we know when we add all of those inches, that's going to make the difference between winning and losing, between living and dying. And that right there, guys, was so profound to me because he goes on to say, I'll tell you this, in any fight, it is the guy, the woman who is willing to die, who is willing to win that inch. And I know if I'm going to have any life anymore, it's because I'm willing to fight and die for that inch, because that is what living is about. The 6 inches in front of your face. And so, and he went on to tell the team, I can't make you do it, right? You got to look at the guy next to you, look into his eyes, and that's the team of this, guys. That's the ability to work with the team. It can't be on one person's back. You know, we've got to come together as a team. We've got to be able to look at the team, okay, and realize that the person next to us has our back, okay? And I'm telling you what, folks, when I went on to read the rest of the speech, he says, look into his eyes. So look into your teammate's eyes, okay? He says, now I think you're going to see a guy or a girl, right, who will go that inch with you. When you look at the teammate next to you, do you have someone who's going to go that inch with you? You are going to see a guy or girl, right, who will sacrifice himself for this team because he knows or she knows when it comes down to it, you're going to do the same thing for him or her. And see, that's a team, okay? That's a team. That's how we heal now as a team. And what he goes on to say is we will die as individuals, right? Or we will heal right now as a team. He says that's what football is, but guess what? That's also what network marketing is, okay? Network marketing is about the team. It's about working together. It's about making sacrifices. It's about talking to your leader and wanting to work with your leader. And I am super proud for every person who showed up and who was willing to fight for their teammates, who was willing to ensure that no sale got left unturned, who was able to make sure every guest that came got checked in. So I want to just say kudos to everyone who showed up, who got in the fight with us. And you know who you are. Some of you might have fought us, okay? But those who got into the fight with us to make sure this team collectively wins together, whether you're O blood, A blood, B blood, or AB blood, but that's how we take this thing to the top. And that's truly what the battle's about. It's about bringing out the best in all of us. It's about learning from every single blood type what their strengths are, right? We know the O's are the hunters. We know they're going to go out and be extra firm and bringing in guests and contact. We know that A's are going to work in silence a lot. They're very strategic. They're very quiet. They just work. We know that the B's are going to always be off to the next level, thinking of all these cool things, right? Look at Mooney, what he's doing with the AI, having high ratios of sales that are being closed with high numbers. And so at the end of the day, we have an awesome team. We have the new ABs, the absolutely blessed group that are just bringing that X factor. They might be small in numbers, but guess what? They're big in might. And when we add it all together, guys, and if we decide to work as a team, we will build the biggest company in the world. So just understand, we've got a lot of exciting things happening for those who are Rubies. If you're in the Chicago area, we expect you to show up, right? We have 2 opportunities this weekend for you to show up. We want you to put on the Icona jersey. We want us to work together as a team because when we do that, guess what? Every single person who hears my voice right now will be a part of a legacy company that's going billion-dollar big. You're either for us or you're against us. You can't be in the middle, guys. It's time to piss or get off the pot. And so let's get it done. I want to see everyone out on Friday. I want to see the teams out there fighting together, fighting for one team, right, which is truly Team Icona, but at the same time, the competition is to ensure as we all show up and show out. And then on Saturday, I want you to bring out your family, your friends, and those who truly, you want to be a part of the special Thanksgiving called our Friendsgiving. And so with that being said, don't forget the boot camp on Wednesday from 1 to 6 happening at the 405 live and in person. Don't forget today we get a chance to see Royal Lynn Wilson. So excited on our Save Our Strands. She's going to be bringing it, guys. So you're going to be a part of a new energy that's going to happen with our hair division. We have Christian Phillips coming to our Christmas event in December. He apologizes. He missed the previous event, but had a great talk with him last night. So we got a lot to be excited for. And so with that being said, we know that our 2025 vision is very clear, guys. We've said it before, we're moving forward. We're not looking back, health, wealth, freedom, and legacy for every single life we touch. And with that being said, we're going to see you at the top, the very top, the tip top. Let's all go out and have an Icona day. Thank you. And again, congratulations to the amazing ladies who came on the line today and shut it down.